Dear Richard, I woke this morning with the sun shining through the windows onto your side of the bed. Remember how we argued at first about where to put the bed? You wanted it angled so the first hint of light would find your pillow and kiss you awake. I wanted to surface gradually, to have the sunlight filtered through dust motes and curtains, sliding gently from the foot of the bed to find my face. You always resented sleep, said it was a colossal waste of time, emphasis on colossal, and would toss the covers off, more often than not off me as well, bound out of bed like a prisoner freed on bail. Next would come the louder than need be comments on the state of the world since you'd seen it last, in that deep, gravelly, hard-to-ignore voice of yours. "Will you look at that?" you'd exclaim, stomping in your bare feet over to the window for a closer look. "The cherry trees are budding. You've got to get a picture of this." I'd moan and pull the pillow over my head, clinging to the last tantalizing wisps of dreams. The only days you could be persuaded back to bed were on frozen winter mornings, when the pipes were moaning and the bare wood floorboards bit at your feet. You'd hop from foot to foot until the discomfort outweighed your need to embrace the day. I'd lift the covers just enough to let you slide in and warm your popsicle toes between my thighs. Quite frankly, I found your early morning exuberance daunting. I prefer to be eased into my days, to stretch and doze and let my body tell me when it's had enough rest. Sleeping in is such a guilty pleasure after all those years of teaching, being rudely called to task by a clock and the thought of what the kids might write on the blackboard if I didn't get there first. Thankfully, you seem to understand. More often than not, you had coffee waiting and would sit at the edge of the bed while I took the first smoky, dark sips. That should get you going, you'd smile, and I'd agree just to see how happy you were to please me. It was the sun that brought you back today, that had me reaching across the rumpled sheets to touch your warmth. I know. You're way past words, and you always said to look for you in the garden. But for right here, right now, these words are the best I can do to capture the last sweet shreds of you. So indulge me, won't you? D. For Richard, there are secrets breathed in whispers behind every line you type. The scent of lovers, mothers, friends, smoky sweet and full of old agendas, sighing down the threads of time like spirits or guardian angels. There is nothing I can say, no string of muted vowels or glottal stops, no woven rhythmic chant that will break the weighted spell of lives folded around your heart. And who am I to try to say what waits behind the prescient eyes of the urchin dogging your steps, or the visions that tear the veils of sleep like lightning ripping the sky to shreds? Who am I but one who loves you, rezzing in and out of half-imagined lives, listening to silent moments blossoming in the ginger-scented night? Who am I but one who dared to breathe your light?